Hello, I'm Rachel Cross and I'm the main designer of Creative Grids rulers. The latest range I've designed is a range of double strip rulers. This one here is a 45-degree kaleidoscope ruler. Now these rulers were specifically designed for all these lovely bundles of jelly rolls that are available today, which are pre-cut 2.5-inch wide strips. So the kaleidoscope ruler will make a specific 8-inch finished block, and these are some of the designs that you can make with the block. And this one here that uses 2 strips. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the ruler itself. This is the 45-degree kaleidoscope double strip ruler. We've got templates running all the way across the top, and these blank areas in between cut accurate templates as well. Across the central area is a dotted line, and this is for checking that you've put your ruler in the correct place. Along the bottom edge is a normal 2.5-inch wide ruler, enabling you to cut your own 2.5-inch wide strips. We've also got a 3.25-inch line on this ruler, and this enables you, and it goes into a square as well, and this enables you to cut a square and then cut it in half for the triangle pieces that run along each corner of the block. On each ruler we've got non-slip grip dots running all the way along the edge, and there's plenty of grip underneath each template, the area where you need it most. At the bottom of each template is a circular cutout area. This enables your rotary cutter to cut beyond the strip cleanly every time. So now let's see the ruler in use. So this is the 45-degree kaleidoscope triangle ruler. I just want to explain how the grip works on our rulers. Simply put the ruler onto fabric and you can see how easy it is to move it around. It's not until you put the slight pressure on, and that's when the ruler grips the fabric, so enables you to really cut accurate strips. So now we want to cut a 2.5-inch wide strip with this ruler. So square your fabric off and then simply move the ruler over to the edge of the fabric, and you can see that it lines up perfectly with the 2.5-inch line going all the way across the ruler there. So now we can spread our hands across the entire ruler and then simply rotary cut along the side. But remember, you can cut multiple strips at the same time. You could sew your 2 fabrics together like we've done in many of the other blocks, but this time I've sewn 2 1.5-inch strips together, and then I've added those onto another 2.5-inch wide strip to see what design we can create with those. So we lay the ruler on the top, we double check the dashed line that runs across the middle of the triangles, that it lines up with that seam line going through there. So we're ready to rotary cut them out now. We can spread a hand across this side of the ruler and we're ready to cut. So just take your time and move around, avoiding the circle area, because that's where your rotary cutter goes into. And that's where it goes beyond the fabric and into the hole. So there you have your kaleidoscopes already cut out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 3 more to make the block. I've sewn all the pieces together, and what I did was I sewed 4 on one side and then 4 on the other side, and then I joined the 2 halves together. So I just want to at this stage show you a comparison. This is another block that I've done in a totally different colourway. And this is one using the 2.5 inch wide strips, and this has now got the corners on. So I'm going to show you now how to do the corners. Now I'm going to show you how to cut the 4 triangles that are on each corner of the block. You first of all need to cut a strip of fabric 3¼ inches wide, and that line runs across the entire ruler at the top there. And if you're just cutting the square out of scraps of fabric, we've actually made it into a square at this end so that you can cut them out that way as well. So let's cut a 3¼ inch strip. So line your fabric up all the way across there, spread your hand across and rotary cut. So we need 2 squares, so bring the fabric round. Take it to 3¼ inch line, which is there and there. We simply cut across the edge. So do this twice. That's one. That's it. So these squares now need to be cut in half. So here's the block, and we simply add those onto the corners there. So there you have it. That's the 45° kaleidoscope triangle ruler. I've now added the 4 corners onto the block. I thought I would show you, but I also wanted to just give you a quick tip. If you fold your triangle in half and pinch, and then fold the corner that you're going to add it to and pinch, the triangle will sit into the crease whilst you're adding it. So there you are. That's the kaleidoscope block. So sadly we've now come to the end of our DVD. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as we've all enjoyed making it. And now it's down to you to get creative.